What's going on, guys? Today we'll be taking a look at the Imorden IR-04 dual grip shoulder support rig. I'll show you guys how to get this set up, and we'll also see how this device performs in a real world use environment. But before we get into that, I want to thank the guys over at Imorden for allowing me to test this rig out. So without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, this is the Imorden IR-04 dual grip shoulder rig. It's primarily made out of aluminum and can support weight up to 22 pounds. So the unit comes with two 200mm aluminum rods with female threads, three 300mm aluminum rods, two of which have male threads and are already attached to the quick release plate in the shoulder pad, and the other 300mm rod is attached to the rod connector and the hand grips, and that's pretty much it. So to get started, we'll attach both of the 200mm rods to the 300mm rods connected to the quick release plate in the shoulder pad. After that, we'll unscrew the end caps so that we can insert the rods into the rod connector. Once that's done, we'll replace the end caps to prevent the rods from sliding out. After that, you lock it down and you're good to go. Any other adjustments that you make at this point will be based on preference. So by loosening the locking levers, you can adjust the position of the hand grips, the camera, and even the position of the shoulder pad. This device also includes a quick release plate. Now this quick release plate is specific to Imorden products, so it won't work with Manfrotto or other manufacturer devices. What's neat about this quick release plate is it has measurements on the side, and this will serve as a reference point when you remove the camera from the rig. You also have your standard 1/4 inch and 3/8 inch screws. Now on a side note, I really hate these things. And that's not specific to this device because all of my other camera equipment have these also, and somehow I always manage to lose these. And I actually lost the one that goes with this rig, but I'll show you how I got around that a little bit later. This rig also has a tripod mount, so you can add a quick release plate to this and switch quickly between the tripod and the rig. So back to the mounting screws. Like I said earlier, I lost one of the screws that I needed to attach my camera directly to the quick release plate. But the funny thing about it is, after shooting with this device for about 2 to 3 hours, my arms and shoulders became a little tired. Now that's not specific to this rig, because pretty much all rigs are designed the same way. Now the reality is, I would never shoot 2 to 3 hours constantly with this device. In a normal situation, I would be going back and forth between the rig and my tripod. But because I was reviewing this device, I wanted to shoot exclusively with it. So this is the normal position that you would shoot in. But once my arms became tired, I found myself wanting to rest them by my side as opposed to in front of me. But by doing so, you can clearly see that this will cause your footage to be shot at an angle. However, since I lost the mounting screw, I was forced to use my ball head to attach my camera to the rig. And that's when I realized that I could use my ball head to position the camera upward to compensate for holding the rig diagonally. Now this is probably the worst segue in history, but Imorden does offer some weights that you can add to the back of this rig, which will help balance some of that front weight and make it a bit easier on your arms and shoulders. But if you don't have the extra cash and you can get over the anxiety of holding your camera in this position, then this is a viable option. So on to my opinion of this rig. It's definitely well made, lightweight, and easy to put together. I especially like the different adjustment options for the hand grips, shoulder pad, and camera position. Another small but very important thing that I like is the lever style tightening knobs. This made it easy to get a firm grip on the knobs and tighten things down. Also, having the ability to attach this to your tripod using a quick release plate makes it super convenient when switching between the two. I also like the fact that I was able to sit this device on the ground and get some cool low-level shots, which would have otherwise required a bit more work using my tripod. Overall, this device does exactly what it's intended to do, which is stabilize your footage. So if you're looking to add a bit more mobility when shooting and stabilize your footage in the process, then this is definitely a great solution. But if you guys have any questions about this rig, feel free to leave me a comment below, and I'll leave a link in the description to where you can find this device. And as always, if you guys enjoy this content, be sure to like and subscribe. So until next time, peace.